From the roots where the earth still speaks, to the fire where they always breathe. Hands of wisdom time can't erase. Every drop got a story to say. Slow it down, feel the rhythm inside. This ain't rush, this is sacred design. From the soil to the soul to the light, what you hold is a gift of life. You are it, feel it in your soul. Give it, let the story unfold. Ancestral power in every drop. This that legacy, this don't stop. You are it, rooted deep in you. Give it, yes, pure and true. Not something you drink, you receive. This that energy you believe. Hey, hey. Ooh, Luani. Oh, Luani. Give it. And this is where your elders hit and drums sing perfectly.
Greetings one and all. Welcome to another episode of King Simon Presents Only Quality People. Please, by all means, do like, subscribe, and share with those that you care about, because, you know, I provide a lot of great spiritual content, and I try to help people on this channel, not only through the guests that I bring on, but also through the information of numerovation. I motivate people with numbers, and I think that's a very important part of the puzzle of being a part of the solution and not a part of the problem. That's always my premise to do what I do. But again, please if you care, subscribe, and share with those that are on a spiritual journey. And anything that we do has a spiritual side to it. So big up to everybody that's on Facebook. Big up to Patrick James. I just seen him tune in on Facebook. Big up to everybody that's on Instagram also. How you doing, Instagram family? Stella. Big up to Stella from Instagram. Big up to JBU. Big up to Sir. Big up to Willie. Big up to Pisa, of course. And also big up to Dre. Everybody that's on Instagram. So we're broadcasting on 3 different networks. We're broadcasting on Instagram, YouTube, and also on Facebook. All right. So, and a majority of people might come to YouTube and leave out Facebook and Instagram, which is cool. So sometimes it's like 4 or 5 or 10 on Instagram, or 4 or 5 or 10 on YouTube, but definitely on Instagram and YouTube. We're doing it live and direct. Also, just want to remind all of you people, we got some great events coming up. Of course, we got some great interviews coming up also. And if you're going to be with us tomorrow, we will be interviewing each other, my brother Omar and brother King Simon, on his channel. That's Omazel Sanctuary, and at King Simon Present. So we will be interviewing each other on each other's channel tomorrow at 12:30 Eastern Standard Time. And on the 31st, I am happy to bring my brother on. My brother is Mr. G. Mr. G will be in the building on today's Consciousness in the Conscious Community, but we're going to talk about the products. We're going to talk about his journey with Dr. Sabi also, and we're going to talk about our journey as brothers and what we do and how he is and ourselves are working to heal and help those within the conscious community. And hopefully you'll get something from it as we close out the month of March. Today, we got a special guest coming up in the next 3 minutes, 2 special guests. This is from Women's History Month. This is the last program for Women's History Month in regards to our sisters. We have a mother and daughter team making their debut on my channel. So that's going to be beautiful. And, you know, there's such beautiful energy. One is a Leo and one is a Cancer. And that's a beautiful combination when they do it right. So and when it's done right, it's a beautiful combination. So I'm proud of the journey. And they happen to be a dear family member of one of my peeps that passed on and transitioned early this year, whom I love dearly and whom I've known for over 30 years. Hot Cocoa, y'all have seen on my channel before. So I can't wait to have them on. They'll be talking to me in the next 2 minutes. Also, want to remind all you great people, get all my books. All my books are on Amazon. King Simon, the Numerovator. And you can go to Amazon at King Simon, or you can go to my Linktree /King Simon. I have some new material about to come out, children's book, another children's book about to come out. So that's going to be beautiful. Also, on April the 1st, we'll be interviewing Shaniqua Lino, using the gift of the archaic seer and spiritual healer. She will be back on my program. She's been on my program before. So Wednesday at April the 1st. They call it April Fool's Day, but it is what it is. We ain't going to be fooling nobody. We're going to enjoy the spirit and the energy of each other. And I can't wait for that. And of course, coming up on April the 7th, we have our dear sister, Carol Glasgow. Not only is she a martial arts master, but also she has stepped into another arena of creating greeting cards, the art of expressing your gift. And we're going to be speaking about that on April the 7th. Also, enough respect to my brother who will be with us on Sunday, April the 5th. I should have put this flyer for Professor Ron Howard, another martial arts great from the legendary TV show called On the Mat. So one of the legends will be with us. And then on April the 8th, we have the legendary couple, the one, the only Asir, the Duke of Tears, and his beautiful Empress Selena of 1,000 Years. Information that heal and reveal. We're going to be having them on our channel, and I can't wait for that. There are two great people that I've known for many years. And big up to the big fundraiser we're having at Nicholas Brooklyn, a powerful community fundraiser in support of Nicholas Brooklyn's 52-year legacy, all happening at 1396 Fulton Street. $25 all day. Is going to be from 12 to 9, but young people are free from the age of 0 all the way to 17 years of age. So come on out and watch all the live performance, the speakers that's going to be there, live conscious performers are going to be there. We're going to have a good time. And last but not least, before we move on, we have a 12-week online mother womb healing course. If you had issues with mom or dad, or what really from mom and grandmother, and you feel that you need to heal through a real regimented but also respectful healing corner, make sure you go to mymothermymirror.com. That's mymothermymirror.com, and text the word mirror to 615-812 6342. That's 615-812-6342. So as we're moving on, family, it is now 3:01, and the people that I'm about to bring on in the next few seconds, I'm going to read their bio inside their book real quick before I bring them on. But you're going to look at their beautiful picture. First, we're talking about Daisy. Daisy Grace is a 7-year-old girl who lives, well, I think she's older now, but Daisy Grace is a girl who lives with her mom, Delores, in Queens, New York. She has a creative spirit and a colorful personality. This comes through in her love for painting, arts and craft, molding, and the clothes she wears. Daisy loves food, and her favorites are mom's spaghetti and meat sauce, chicken, homemade burgers, and candy. She enjoys playing beach volleyball, riding her bike, and skateboarding. One of Daisy's favorite things to do is read. She believes books are her friend that takes her imagination on a great journey. And now we're going to read her mother's brief bio also. Delores Peters, born in the great island of Montserrat, her family migrated to New York when she was 5 years old. Early in her career, Delores was a production assistant turned producer on music videos, commercials, and independent film. Later, she worked alongside her sister, who I mentioned, Hot Cocoa, and was passionate about heading up the clothing company's sales and production department. Currently, she is a real estate agent. During a talk time conversation with her daughter, Daisy Grace, Daisy told her mom she was creative, but she didn't realize it. Delores decided to explore Daisy's words. This book is the beginning of her creative journey with her muse, Daisy Grace, by her side. Without further ado, family, I want to bring on for you this mother and daughter team. I know people are tuning in and will be tuning in from all over the world. Let's welcome right here, right now, the one, the only Daisy and Delores. Yes, family. How y'all doing? How you doing?
We're doing good, Simon. Thank you so much for having us on your show.
Oh, you are so welcome. Let me turn off all these sounds in the background because I'm just doing too much, of course. But welcome, 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 welcome. How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling?
Good. Oh, we're feeling so good.
No, well, welcome to my show for the first time. Welcome to the show for the first time. And I'm going to be pinning your link to the top of the chat. I got, of course, a link to the website. Did God forget to forget? Did God forget.com, and also IG is Did God Forget, and your Amazon link is also pinned to the top of the chat. And we're going to put this whole link so people can purchase the book like I purchased the book, and let's have a good time with this. So I'm proud of the journey because now both of you are an author like myself, and sometimes the journey of authorship is not easy. Believe me, I know. Um, Everybody's happy that you're here. I see people are in the chat saying Yolanda Spivey, my insurance lady. She saying, "What's up?" Big up to Face the Nation. Big up to Holly Hemmett. Big up to everybody that's coming in. Abundance Child also coming in. Y'all might not be able to see the chat because you're on another apparatus, but this book is a beautiful book. Thank you very much. I'm showing it right now. I really enjoyed the book. I read it in one sweep, and what I would like to ask Daisy to start it off, if you don't mind, Mother. What made you recognize that your mother was creative?
Uh, when she would like make things, or sometimes we would do like drawing contests. Not really contests, but we would just draw on the page. And every time Mom would be like, "I'm not creative. I'm not creative," and I'd be like, "Yes, you are." Always draw. And then when I saw hers, I was like, "Mom, this is amazing."
Yes.
And then when she told me she used to do music videos, I was like, "Mom,
Yes.
that's being creative."
Right. That is. So that's when you recognize it. And what age did you recognize that out of your mother?
I think like 6.
You're 6. Okay, good, good, good. And it's amazing because even when I was younger, at your age, I was always imagining all types of stuff, going on the swings and playing like I was Spider-Man and doing all types of stuff back in the day. So, to also, being that you found that your mother was creative, although your mother didn't realize she was creative, she was just doing what she does naturally. What propelled you to want to write a book with your mom?
Well, it all started with this joke with my auntie.
Okay. Okay.
She was always like, "Daisy, your feet are white." And then I'll be like, "No, they're not." And then we'll just joke around about that. And then one night, I asked my mom if we could compare our feet, and we did. And we found out that the bottom of our feet is the same color, which I called it pinky feet.
Right, right, right.
And then I told my auntie that me and Mom's feet are the same color.
Right, right.
And then that same night before going to bed, I asked my mom, "Is everyone's feet pinky?" And then the next morning, she answered my question in a poem. After she read, which is in the back of the book. And
Yes.
after she read me the poem,
Yes.
I was like, "Mom, we have to turn this into a book."
Yes.
And then we turned it into a book.
I commend you for such a great book, of course, and I commend you for pushing your mom. Although your mom has been creative for a long time, she just didn't realize. Now let's go to Mom real quick, if you don't mind. You don't mind me going to Mom, right? Okay, so Mom, my dear Diva, aka Diva, Delores. Why didn't you realize after being in music videos and different things, how come you didn't realize that you were creative until your beautiful daughter came through you to remind you of who you are?
Well, I think I stopped realizing that I was creative because of something that happened when I was a child.
Mm.
I was probably around the same age that Daisy is now. She's 11 now.
Yes.
I remember it so vividly.
Mm.
Um, Especially being that I had to accept that I was creative, right? Because I had no idea.
Right.
I was exploring Daisy's words.
Right.
Uh, what I realized was the point in my life where creativity stopped for me, or I
Mm.
stopped acknowledging my creativity.
Mm. Okay.
Young girl. Okay, remember back in the day when there was a TV guide?
Yes, they will. Yes, I do.
And in the back of the TV guide, there was this art page.
Right.
And you would usually see there'd be like a turtle with a hat or something,
Yes. Yes.
and you would draw it and
Yep.
then send it in,
That's right.
and it said, okay, if you send it in, we'll send you back a letter letting you know if you're an artist or not,
Right.
right? Always saw that in the back of the TV guide, as a child.
Right.
So one day I said, okay, well, I'm a creative, I know how to draw. So my, you know, 8, 9, 10, 11-year old self, I drew this picture the best that I could. It was a turtle. I drew the turtle, best turtle that I ever drew. I put in an envelope, put the address on it, sent the envelope in, and waited with excitement. I was so excited because I'm like, they're gonna tell me that I'm an artist. I know I'm an artist.
Right.
The
Right.
letter comes back and it says that you're not an artist. You're not a creative. Like,
Oh
basically,
wow.
you need to find another thing that you should do, because art is not your thing.
Oh
And
wow. Wow.
that planted a seed in me,
Wow. Wow.
um, that I didn't even know was planted.
That's deep.
But that was the moment that I think, my creativity was just it 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 it, it was hidden, I would say.
Right. Right.
I
Right. Right.
no longer believed that I was a creative person at
Right.
all. But I was always attracted to other people's creativity.
Hmm.
So in college, when I got the opportunity to work with a production company,
Hmm.
yes, I started off as assistant, as a PA, right? The producer's assistant. And then after a few jobs, I ended up producing, uh, but not from a creative standpoint. I just knew that I was attracted to creativity and the creativity in other people.
Right. Right.
Not acknowledging, because I didn't know, right? Not
Right.
acknowledging that in order to be a producer, right, or assistant producer, you had to have a creative mind.
That's right.
But that part of my brain had already been not damaged, but had already been. It's like, what's the word?
Take your time.
I didn't. I didn't even know I wasn't acknowledging it.
Mm.
This was something that was from childhood,
Yes. Yes.
and I
Yes.
didn't know that it was blocking.
You know, right there, because it reminds me of the story of Malcolm X in the autobiography of Malcolm X, where he told his teacher he wanted to be a lawyer. And his teacher said, "No, Malcolm, nobody will come to you, and especially in my community, to get your services. It's best for you to be a carpenter instead of a lawyer." That's what he shunned it, stopped his whole dream from rising. So, so that just lets you know that sometimes even people that are behind the institutions back in those days, because we remember we were born like in the 70s and 60s, so there's a lot of that was the destroying of people's talents can be done in a letter, or and that's what, and like they did what Malcolm X's teacher did to him, so back in his day. So that's, I'm sorry to hear that, but at least, you still held it and still did your creativity, even if you didn't realize that you was creative.
Yeah, I didn't. It's kind of like you have no clue.
Yeah,
You just know that there's something. I knew there was something inside of me,
of course.
that I loved the creativity of other people. I was
Yes.
always drawn to the creativity of other people. So I would be the behind the scenes person. Uh,
Yes.
I did realize certain things about myself. I'm very
Hmm.
visual.
Yes.
If a person describes something to me, I guess that's why I was so good at being a producer. If you describe a scene, a set, if you describe anything, my brain actually can see it. I can see the colors. I can see where everything is supposed to be.
Right.
You know, I knew I had that skill, but I still did not think that was creativity.
Right.
That's how damaged
Yes. Yes.
I
Yeah.
was from childhood. You
Right.
know, from a letter from a stranger
Exactly.
that told me that I couldn't be what I
Exactly.
could be.
Exactly. And I think that's so important. And I'm glad your daughter is here. And I got family and people that have children on the line right now. Big up to Abundance Child, and she has a whole tribe right there, her baby. How important it is to encourage children from young, and don't devastate their talents by saying no, they can't, and why they can't do this and all that. Even with myself, I love to sing. And back in the day, because my mother was protecting her black boy, she didn't let me go out and do the talent shows, because sometimes those talent shows was at night, at 117 in Academy or at Erasmus and all that, because they was rough times in the 80s. So she wouldn't let me out. But I eventually was calling in on different radio shows to sing from my house or from wherever I work. And then one day I became a number 5 on the reggae chart eventually, although my mother knew I could sing. But again, during those times, during the crack era and all the drugs that was rampant on the street, she didn't want me to go out there at 15 or 14, just because my school or my junior high school was having and the junior high school I went to was called Martin Luther King High School. That's where Ted Riley went. That's where Dougie Fresh went. That's where a lot of these great dudes went. And a lot of the great people went through that. And I was going to be on the talent show, but she didn't let me go. And I was upset. So talking to parents real quick, family, I'm just talking to parents. Don't destroy them. If you yourself don't want to send your child or your boy or girl, then send an uncle or aunt to go with them, to secure them, just to make sure if they want to explore the talent of singing or art, art programs or whatever, send somebody, a guardian with them to explore and bring out. And sometimes people don't have the money to do that. I understand. So I'm so proud that you excelled past that, Dolores, and coming to you, Daisy, you talk about this. You and your auntie and your aunt Coke, your auntie Coke, right? Y'all had this running joke about the feet.
Yeah.
That was a running joke. And big up to your aunt Coke, who I know also. Uh, how important was it that you recognized that everybody's feet was similar in the sense that it was, everybody had the same color? What prompted you to even continue that, to even turn it into a story?
It was just like a question. It's a question that I was thinking about. That when
Right.
um after she um after she read me the poem,
Yeah.
we I really loved it.
Yes.
And then I was like, we should turn this book. We should turn this book. And then mom was like, no one wants. Who would want to read about feet? And I was like, it's not just about feet. It's how the bottom of our feet connect us all from the
Right.
ground. On.
Yes. Yes. I love that because, I read in the back of the book, it said, you say you was a little sad that she didn't believe me. And I know I know my and my mom's skin are different colors.
Right.
I've looked at the bottom of my mom's feet many times, and the bottom of our feet are the same. Oh,
Yeah.
so okay, Auntie Coke, I will look again. So your aunt decided to look again, but you got a little sad because your aunt didn't believe you at that time. What was that moment that made you still say, you know what? We're gonna do what we got to do. We're gonna make it happen anyway. Because this was, a lot of children will have just gave up, like almost your mom almost gave up back in the day. but you decided to push forward. And I know it's another energy in you that says, you know what, I'm going to kick down this door anyway with my feet. And you just took it by the helm, and you really produced something. Y'all really produced something. I mean, y'all got a literal book when some children would not go that far, not and to have a supportive mother at that was so important, to have a supportive person and have a lot of creatives around you, like your auntie, of course, and your cousin and all that. A lot of creatives around you. So it was good that this came out, and the illustration is beautiful. And I understand that y'all drew the pictures on here, right? Y'all was on to draw the pictures, right? Wow, y'all are the illustrators. I know you got a name up here, but y'all, it says illustrated by Delores Peters and Daisy Gray. So what was that all about? What was how did you get to the artwork and decide? What made you decide what type of art you was gonna do and put on the book and inside the book?
Well, Mom did pictures and I did all the backgrounds for me. When I was doing the backgrounds, I just picked the brush, dipped it in one of the watercolors because I like to do watercolor. So I dipped it in one of the colors, and then I put the paintbrush on the page, and then I just started drawing.
Wow. These are some beautiful, all of this stuff, all of this, you just started? Wow.
Yeah, it's funny how the illustrations came about.
Yes, please.
Because, okay, so understand that while the book was being created, I'm still in the I'm not creative mode. Okay.
Right.
Daisy is in the Mom, you're creative, you just don't know it mode. Okay.
Right.
So a friend of mine gave me a number of an illustrator, right? The illustrator in the book.
Yes.
Cameron Wilson. So I call up Cameron, and I tell him about the idea, which was just a poem at the time. So I tell him about the idea of the book. He loved the idea, and I sent him these 3 sketches that me and Daisy did. So the journey of the book is how things happened. So there's a section that we talk about how I read the poem, and Daisy says, "Mom, you got to make this into a book." And we did 3 sketches. She did 3 and I did 3. Right? Turn our back to each other. Because I'm like, and I was at the time, Simon.
Yes.
I'm whispering this, okay? At the time when I said to Daisy, you do 3 sketches and I'll do 3 sketches.
Right here.
I still didn't believe that this was going to be a book. Mommy was just doing what mommy does.
Right.
My baby says that she wants to do a book. We can do a pretend book. All right, sweetie. You do 3 pictures. I'll do 3 pictures. We'll turn our back and we'll turn around and see what happens. So those like chicken scratch pictures, basically.
Right.
Showed each other the pictures. Those are the same pictures that I sent to the illustrator, right?
Right.
These pictures, there's nothing professional about these pictures at all. We were just at home playing around. And I send them to the illustrators just as an idea. And he comes back and he says, I'm not going to illustrate. And I'm like, what? I'm like, what do you mean? I thought you said you liked the book. What are you talking about? You're not illustrating. And what did he say, Daisy?
He said that he thinks we should do it because we were already good at art. So, and then for Mom, it was like wait, good at art?
Good at art? Like, what are you talking about? You have illustrated over 300 books. I'm trying to hire you right now.
You're trying to give him some money. Look at that.
I'm trying to pay you for what you do. And you telling me that you don't want to be an illustrator?
That's deep.
That's what he did. He literally, he said, no. He said, you could do this. Yeah. He said, you and your daughter can do this. You don't need me.
You did a good job.
What?
You did a great job. And that's what's so funny. Because I've done that to people too, even with my clients that have come to me for numerovation and all that. And I say, yo, no, you can do it yourself. Do it. watch what happens and find and discover it yourself. And that's a good illustrator who tries to pull it out of the individual. He could have taken your money
He could have taken,
easy,
yeah, and he didn't.
and he didn't. Ain't
And he
that
didn't.
something?
And what ended up happening was I said, okay, if you don't want to be the illustrator, I'll accept that. But can I at least hire you as a creative consultant? Because I don't know what I'm doing. So I don't know the whole book journey.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know, it's not like I had any background in literature. I
Right.
didn't run any book publishing companies.
Right.
I'm a mom. I'm
That's a
a
back.
mom, creative child.
Right. Right.
You know, I recognized her creativity very early on.
Yes.
Two.
Like two,
Yeah.
yeah. I recognized her creativity early on. So
Wow.
it's funny because, looking back, I can say the reason why I was able to see the creativity in her
Hmm.
was because I didn't want her to go through what I went through.
Exactly.
I didn't
Exactly.
want her. So here's my child. She asked me this question that blew my mind. Is everybody's feet pinky? I'm like, I don't talk about feet. And she really wanted an answer because it was coming from a place of being a bit sad. And I didn't want to leave it that way.
Yes.
She's
Right.
telling me about this story of her and her auntie. And she told her auntie that even though mom's skin is dark brown and my skin is light brown, auntie, we have the same color at the bottom of our feet.
Right.
And
Right.
auntie, not in a bad way, not
Of
in an evil way.
of course.
He says, I don't think so. Your mom's skin is darker than yours. So that would mean that the bottom of her feet are darker than yours too.
That's what he thought.
And that's when Daisy said that she was going to go back and check.
Yeah.
But you were still sad about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You were sad that your auntie didn't believe you.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's what sparked the
Yeah.
talk time between the two of us.
Right. Right. Right.
And we have that chapter in the book.
Yeah.
Yes.
We
It
have
does.
the talk time chapter, that chapter where
Yes.
that beautiful speaking happens between parent and child.
Yes.
The fact that she was comfortable enough to come to me and say, the joke between me and my auntie, it's making me feel sad. She doesn't believe that even though we're different skin colors, the bottom of our feet is the word that she calls it, pinky.
Yes.
Nothing
Yes.
I've ever thought about.
Never thought, yeah, knew never. And right there, family that's tuning in for the first time, please like, subscribe, and share with those you care about because I have a great mother and daughter team with me right now, Daisy and Delores Peters. And they're beautiful people, man. Their website is www.didgodforget.com. IG is at Did God Forget. And of course, Amazon link is pinned to the top of the chat, but also thrown in the chat so everybody can get a whiff of this great book for them, for their family, their children, your grandchildren, whoever, because it's very important. Because one thing I love is that not only did they cover going to the bookstore, but they covered bedtime stories. They covered the talk, why it's so important to have conversation, how important it is to take them to Barnes and Nobles or any type of bookstore or even the library. That was my getaway back in the day, the library. And to this day, family, I go to the library and I will either pick up a book or I'll take one of my books out of my library and I will go on the train and read the book up and down the train because that was one of my pastimes to read. And while everything is going on the train, all the madness, I'm in the story. I'm just there. I don't know what's happening. I don't know who's asking me for money on the train. I don't know who coming on doing a dance. I could care less. It's me and the book. That's my pastime. But reading is not only back in the day. Remember, Dolores, fun to the fundamental. Back in the day,
I
it's
remember.
fun. It's fun to the mental. Fun to the mental. That's what fundamental means. Fun to the mental. And readers are leaders. Readers are leaders, and that's what I truly believe, and that's what I always taught my children. I never bought my children a bunch of toys and stuff. I bought them books. I let the rest of the family buy them toys. Here's some books. Read and watch what you see. So going into the book now, I understand one day you went to a Manhattan bookstore with Papa, And is Papa still around, or
No, he
is Papa?
passed away at 23.
Okay, condolences to Papa. And I wanted to bring that out because because it's the papas and the grandpas and the grandmothers that sometimes exposes us to books. I was exposed to Nancy Drew through my grandfather and grandmother. So, what was that like? That trip to the bookstore. What was that like for you, Daisy? And how did it change your life, so to speak, when you go to those bookstores?
It was like an amazing experience seeing all the books that I'd like to read,
Yes,
different stories with the different people,
yes.
different backgrounds and everything. It was just a great experience. Especially
Wow.
with my papa, it made it even more special.
Man, I knew your papa had transitioned, because I know the family, and I started crying reading it because it touched me, because I remembered what I used to do with my papa, you know, and he passed on at 103 years of age, so he lived a long time. Yes, he did, and he was still walking, and he fell asleep and went right into the other realm. And I want to talk about also between both of y'all. Anyone who can answer this question: 3, 2, 1 bedtime. What? Why is it so important? He's laughing. Why is it so important to have bedtime stories or have that conversation before bed? So please, anyone can answer it, or both of you can answer it in
But
your own way.
important to have those times that we sit and we talk.
Yeah.
Because like a great time to just like bond and stuff like that.
Right.
Like reading and stuff like that, and we both like the
Yes.
creative stuff, even though she's not creative.
Well, not then.
Quote
It,
unquote.
between 2020, I would say I finally accepted it in 2024. Late 2024 is when I said, okay,
I am creative.
I accept. Yeah,
Oh,
I said, okay, I'm gonna accept this. Yeah.
right. Right. And you of course you also have a chapter in the book, or a segment of the book, that says talk time, and that's all. That is very important. When both of you talk to each other, do you take the time out to meditate and of what y'all conversed about? Do you ever sit down to yourselves and say, you know what, I'm thinking about what mommy said, and you go to your respective place, your respective corner, or your respective room, and think about what your daughter said? Do you ever do that, or y'all do it right in front of each other immediately?
Well, we have a routine. We've always had a bedtime routine, and I think it's so important for parents to set
Yes.
a routine with their child. It was my way of letting her know that she is the priority in my life.
Yes.
I wanted her to. I wanted to be the last face that she saw, the last voice that she heard before going to bed. That
Mm,
chapter, that talk time chapter is so important.
yes.
It's a routine that we've had for as long as I can remember.
Right.
Um,
Right.
you know, I'm washing the dishes and I'm like, Daisy, choose a book. I'll let her choose whatever book she wants to. I'm not choosing the book.
Because I have a book library
Yeah,
in
she
my
has a book like
room
this.
with
So
like a whole lot
yeah,
of
so the
books.
child should choose. And
Excellent. Of course.
what we'll do is we'll read together. A lot of the
Yeah.
times we don't just read. I don't
Right.
just read to her. It's a mutual reading. She'll choose a character, I'll choose a character, and we do this back and forth voice thing, right? So we're
Yeah.
we're reading, but we're also acting it out.
Like
Right.
You-
I might choose Amy, she might choose like Maya or Casey, and then we would just
And then we
read.
take turns
Even
reading
if
it.
it was like 5 characters, we would just choose
Hmm.
characters and just go and read the dialect.
And it keeps it fresh, it keeps it exciting. You're playing a role, you're playing a
Yeah.
character. So we've done that for so many years because I made it fun.
Mm,
Not just reading to my child,
right.
right? It's more interactive.
Mm,
A part of the bedtime is also we said prayers together
yes.
every night,
That's
right?
right.
We said blessings together every night. Do I ams every night. And there are some nights where I'm not saying that I read a whole book to her every night, single parent. There were some nights where I would read and it would be one page.
Yeah.
Right, right,
I'm
right, right.
exhausted from the day.
Wow.
I never missed a day.
Yeah.
And I made that a priority. You
Yes.
know, I don't care if it was one sentence and she was too tired and I was too tired.
Right,
We got through the one sentence,
Yeah.
and then right before bed is when talk time happens.
Yeah.
And
right.
talk time is that time where I let Daisy choose the topic. I say, "What do you want to talk about today?"
Mm,
A lot of the times it's something that happened in school or
yes.
on the news that we need to speak about,
Right,
or it could be her gaming. Mom, I bought a new game today. I'm interested in gaming, but I'm interested in her.
right, right,
I'm
right.
going to listen. And
Exactly.
because it's before bed, 5 minutes,
Yeah.
like
Right.
5 minutes to check in with her
Yes.
and ask her, what do you want to speak about today?
Right.
Yeah.
Sometimes she was speaking about her stuffed animals. Sometimes to make sure I knew all their names.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right.
Oh, this one's name. Do you know that one's name?
You know, it really is whatever the child wants to speak about.
The
You know,
little
it
things.
doesn't always have to be so serious.
Yeah.
Right. The little
Um,
things.
just the little
Right. Right.
things, and um, I think that's it bonds us.
And still, sometimes when I read books by myself, like I might read books at school and so and stuff, I do the dialect. I'll be like let's say there's two characters. It's like Amy goes to the store and she says, "Hi, what type of books would you like to buy?" And the librarian says, "Uh, oh, you want to buy this book right here." Then after I read the book, I'm at bed. I'll be like, Mom, guess what happened? This character and that character and this character did this."
Yes.
Right. So
Yeah.
she's reading with feeling and
Of
emotions
course. Of
because
course.
of how we took turns choosing characters and
Yeah.
reading.
Right.
And that particular night, I'm just going to play this a little. That particular night, when we spoke about the speaking with her aunt,
Yes.
that was not a 5 minute bedtime.
No,
That's
was
on a weekend, okay? Like a 45-minute bedtime because my child was sad
of course.
from something that, you know, was said that
Right.
was innocent. No, nothing malicious, nothing
Of course. Of course.
made her feel a way. I took the time to sit with her,
Right.
and the conversation was about skin color,
Yeah.
right? Her being light skinned and me being brown skinned. We used our own family. I use our family as an example.
Of course. Of
You
course.
know that there are very light skinned people in our family. There are very dark skinned people in our family. I use that time to also connect her to
Mm,
spoke about her grandfather
right.
being a very, very, very dark skinned man, bodybuilder, you know,
Okay.
bodybuilder, um, 6'5", like a
Right.
and I'm talking to her in a way because I want her to be able to also visualize what her grandparents look like, right?
That's right.
I spoke about your grandmother. I spoke about the aunts and uncles.
Yeah.
Uh,
And then we have some pictures where we would always look through the pictures and
yeah,
Mom be like, "Okay, so this is your auntie, this is your uncle, okay, and then this is their child, and then that's your closest cousin, and then
yeah, I said that
That's
to
good.
connection, and the reason why that's in the book, and I didn't go into too much details
Detail.
about our family. It's
Right.
it's more of a mention because when parents read that chapter, I
Yeah.
want them to be able to plug in their family.
Their family into it. Yes.
Or
I realize that. Right.
after you read, your grandfather was a professional bodybuilder that
Yes.
was that looked like the Andre the giant. That
That's
looked
funny.
that
That
looked
is
like Hulk, but he was just very dark skinned.
that's so funny. My uncle was a professional bodybuilder and big too, and we used to let's climb up on his muscles, and he used to pick us up. He was from Cuba, and he was big and dark skinned and real. And so I wouldn't be surprised they probably was doing it back in the Caribbean and then came over here to America. They did a lot of that over here. So, you know, telling those historical stories, lineage and what you inherited. So, you know, I won't be surprised even if she went into bodybuilding. You know, if she went into
I
bodybuilding.
family members that did.
Exactly. You got Coco that did it. She did light bodybuilding. You had Coco's friends like Vivian and Irasette. They was all I knew they was doing bodybuilding back in the day. And that sometimes you want to keep yourself healthy and remember that. And being that she's such a, you know, Daisy is such a sensitive child. She picks up on things. Was that conversation resolved between Auntie and Daisy? Did it eventually resolve? Did y'all have the conversation and how did y'all resolve that?
You speaking to Auntie
Yeah.
about how you felt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you resolved it. And how did she take it?
She took it as like a realization that she never knew before.
Mm-hmm.
On the
Good, good.
speak to the cameras and be like, "Look, I feel the same color." She would be like, "Look at your feet, look at your feet," and then we would notice all of our feet were the same color.
So the conversation between her and her aunt changed,
Right, right.
right?
That's it.
It changed. Now her auntie is very, very light skinned,
Yes, right.
right? Very, very light skinned.
Yes.
And even her aunt that never looked at the bottom of her
The
feet
feet.
does that.
Yeah.
She started to realize, wait a minute, I'm really light skinned. Me, dark skin,
Right.
Daisy in the middle. Yeah.
No, no. Reading the book made me look at my feet differently.
Listen, it does. And see, that's the thing.
Yes, it was good.
Families are not just one color.
They not monolithic. No.
You know, through marriage, through DNA.
Right, right.
You know what I mean? So families are all type of different shades and colors.
Yes, yes.
But
Yes.
what she realized was that no matter what color the skin is, for some reason, the bottom of our feet are pretty much the same color.
Right.
From the lightest albino on the planet to the darkest person on the planet.
Like a rainbow.
Our feet are.
I love this picture. Who drew this picture here? The one with the circle with the earth and the feet on it. Who drew that picture?
So Daisy did the background.
She did the background. Okay.
The background in acrylic paint is all her.
Yeah.
And I did the moon. Those are her feet, by the way. Those are Daisy's baby feet. Yeah.
Oh, these are your baby. I thought I was gonna ask that. That's the question I wanted to ask. Oh, they look like
The front of the book
is a baby feet.
Those are her 7-year-old feet, right? Those are her feet.
Like we actually took a picture of my feet, and Mom was like, "Okay, let me draw this." Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's her actual feet.
Wow. That's called creativity.
Even the coloring of the feet.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, you know, she realized that everybody's feet is pinky. But when I was doing the illustrations, if you look at the cover, it's like a map.
Yes.
Right? At the bottom of your feet.
Yes.
Like a map.
Yeah.
With all colors.
Yeah.
People are not all one color.
Right.
That's where that inspiration came from for the feet, the cover feet.
Yeah.
I'm gonna share the Amazon link so people can see it. I just shared it to show people. Here it is again. I want y'all to see what I see. So y'all get to see the book cover right now in front while I'm talking to them and as they're talking. We're not going to keep them that long, of course. It's 42 minutes in, so we're going to keep them for a few more minutes because they did a great job with this book. I really enjoyed the content. I'm definitely going to give it to my grandchildren in Georgia. The majority of them is in Georgia, so when they come over to their mother, my ex-wife's for reading time and all that, they usually gather around her, or when I'm there, they gather around me, and we just read to them all, when they did, if all of them come, or those who can make it, you know what I'm saying? But I am so proud of the journey of this book and what it took to bring out the create the and make mom realize that she was creative. And let me say this to the audience real quick. This beautiful daughter here, I told her she was born the same day as James Baldwin, who was also a very creative literary champion in the Black community from his perspective. And he debated people on stages and was able to articulate his words, but he was very sensitive and very animated with how he spoke to people, so when you watch James Baldwin and what they do, and so again, knowing that vibration that she's connected to also let me know that she got larger work to do with the mathematics that she's born under, and her mother born under a certain mathematics of that 28 energy. That she has more work to do. When I look at those numbers from my perspective, because those numbers to me is like a roadmap, like a GPS to help people move and navigate. And just like when you put your GPS, you put a address and a name of a street in, exactly what y'all have and what we have as human beings with birthdays and a name. It can help map out or help to guide you on a positive road of where you need to go. So when I said it at the wedding, that she was at the funeral, that she had the same birthday as what you call it, just like I told Obocho, he's the same birthday of the creative Stan Lee, the creative Marvel Comics, and he loved Marvel products back, if you remember. He loved Marvel products. And when I told his mother and him that, it was like, whoa, and he loved Marvel. Yes, so it was a person born the same day as Obocho that was born on that day. So, I'm so proud and happy of this family. I've known them, especially definitely the grown-ups for a long time. We go way back. And what are the next projects are y'all going to produce after this? Or what are some of the more? I know you got a series coming out. Y'all got to have a series of books coming. Come on now, we got to do this.
The next we're working on is about how girls could be anything they want.
Oh, good. Yeah. Congratulations.
Yeah. Jobs, especially ones that are mostly male dominated, like as people say, girls can't do whatever they want.
Right.
They can, so we're making the book about that.
Okay, yeah. Good.
Like male dominated careers like architects, firefighters, football players.
Right.
So and even with doing that book, there's a whole research.
Yeah. It is.
There's a lesson in it for both of us.
Right. And I think it's important that we know that you can do it. You just don't want to you just want to make sure that you balance things out. Make sure it's balanced. Always, whatever you balance, because sometimes the divine masculine and divine feminine has to have their roles to stay focused on who they are so they can grow to be better. And they, I know your daughter don't know the history, but they always try to remove the Black men out of family a lot from the past. And when you get into that research, then you'll realize why things are going the way it went. And we got to maintain the balance. They try to remove fathers out of the family through the military and all types of things. And in slavery and colonialism, they tried that. So we have to find the balance. And I say that because I know how when my father had left or was removed due to his antics from out of the military and then coming bringing it home, it was devastating to both me and my sister. So whatever you bring out, make sure it helps to balance the world and have some type of unity to understand the importance of yes, women can do whatever they want, men can do whatever they want, but they have to be balanced, because are we gonna lose a generation of young people and older people from uniting together and learning how to map things out together instead? Because it does take a village. And people like to destroy the village. Back in the day, they've destroyed villages. And now it's up to you, the young ones, to help build those villages, to make sure that it never get destroyed again. We don't want it to be destroyed again, ever. That's the task that you have, because every generation comes to take on the next task and move it to the next level, move the goalposts up, not bring us back to madness and foolishness. But I'm glad that you're going to do that book. I'm proud of you. Whatever you do, again, bring balance, because you're born under that frequency that's supposed to bring balance and love. So do it with love.
Well, our mission is love, unity, Facts.
Yes.
And
That's,
also, people reading the book, they were like, wait, we also connected from the color of our blood because everyone has red blood. So that's another way we're all connected.
Yeah, so people would listen. There's a lot of divide. There's a lot of
yes.
separation.
Yeah.
And after reading the book, people were looking for ways that we are connected. Oh, it's not just the bottom of our feet, which I never thought about, but don't we all have the same blood? And you know what I mean?
Don't we all have the same air?
Yeah. People we're having these awesome
Conversations. Yes.
about
Yes. Yes.
connection
Good.
at a time when separation is happening.
Right.
It's so beautiful. We've spoken to people from all walks of life, from all economic levels, from all colors, from different religions, from different places, and we're speaking about connection.
That's it. The connection.
The
Yes. That's right. Because
right?
energetically, energy is constant.
Yeah. And where does connection start? Family.
Right.
It starts with family. The first person that you're connected with is your family, your parents. That's where connection starts.
That's right. Powerful. Any last words from you, beautiful people? Any last words, starting with you, Daisy? What last words you like to offer the audience before we get out of here? Go ahead.
She said she wants me to go first.
Oh, you want your mama to go first? Okay. All right. Mama, go first now.
You know what? I do want to say there's a reason why we're doing this interview in the kitchen.
Okay.
There's something beautiful that happens in the kitchen. The kitchen is the hub of many families. This is where we eat.
Yes.
Talk, share, laugh. We do family talk times now. You know, so outside of the bed, we do family talk times. A lot of that happens over food, you know, at the kitchen table.
Right.
It's where family happens.
Like we might be like, so what y'all want to eat for breakfast tomorrow? So what are we doing today? What are we doing in the next week?
Right.
All of it happens at the kitchen table. So that's why I chose the kitchen.
Yes, I remember. I know you actually. Yes, that's right.
This interview.
Yes.
Right? And it's important to sit and eat as a family, right?
Yeah.
Wow, that's a missing art sometimes amongst us.
We sit and eat as a family. Sometimes, you know, we're waiting, but it's also a practice in patience.
Right, exactly.
You know? And we sit and we eat and we laugh and enjoy
and I love to cook. So I know what you're talking about. I love to cook. But your turn, Daisy. What is it? The last words you want to leave with it?
And also, on our Instagram, we would keep asking people the question. So I'm gonna ask you the question. Do you think God forgot to color our feet?
No, I don't believe He forgot to color our feet or our hands. I really believe that everything is for a reason. And when you brought it up, that was very creative because I never heard of nobody bringing it up. Although, you know, we used to play with our feet when we was young, my sister and I, and she's a little lighter than I am. But, you know, I just think that there was for a reason. And there's a reason why sometimes we have webbing right here to swim better and all kinds of stuff. It's crazy how you find out so much when you examine the human body, because everything that we use now, from houses to certain computers, is a mimic of the human body, the human brain, even the whole plumbing system from through your mouth, through your behind, is like a plumbing system. They have to go in and go out and then go where it got to go. It's a whole thing. You'd be surprised what this whole world is mimicking the human body. And that's a beautiful, and I realized that from your age. I was saying that to myself. So we are a bunch of creative, and I love it. I love that y'all are too creative. And one more thing I would like to ask, Mom, coming from out of the great country of Montserrat, the great island of Montserrat, who I know Arrow, everybody that's watching, Arrow came from Montserrat, the one that sang hot, 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 dun, 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 feeling hot. That was a good friend of mine before he passed on. He used to be on my radio show. We used to laugh together. I used to come to shows and hang out with my brother before he transitioned of an aneurysm. man, that island went through a lot of changes, especially with volcanoes and all that kind of stuff. A Montserrat is built right there on the volcanoes, right there.
It is
Yes,
volcanic.
volcano. So, did your mother and your father give that type of energy to you and your sisters or your family, your brothers, and all that kind of stuff back in the
Oh,
day?
oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Before my father passed away, he passed
Oh,
away when I was 12. My parents took us back to the island every
okay.
year, every year for the holidays, for the Christmas holidays.
Wow.
We have always kept a connection with the island.
Right.
I first took Daisy there in 2016 when she was 2 years old.
Yeah, another time I was 1.
Yeah, she's been no, actually you wasn't even 2 yet.
Right.
So I have kept a connection with the island, with the
Yes.
family, with our family that still lives there.
Good.
Daisy's been back to the island what about five
I thought it was 8.
times? Yeah. And the first time we was there, it wasn't just for a weekend. It wasn't just for 2 weeks, which most people will go, for a week or two.
Right.
We spent a month in Montserrat.
Or 2.
It was important for me to make an early connection,
Right.
to the island.
Right. Right.
It,
Right.
it's
Right.
it's a part of us. Yes, she was born in America, yes, but
Me
she
too.
has Australian blood running through her veins.
Yeah.
Of course. Of course.
So
Of
it's
course.
important for me that she keeps the connection with the island, the culture of the island, and our family. That
Yes.
their family is so very important.
Yes. Family is important. That's right. That's right. And where's your father from, Daisy? You know?
Well, that's
Oh, that's. I asked because I have a father.
but
Yes.
Dominican.
Oh, Dominicano. Okay. Okay.
No.
From the
Yeah,
other side of Haiti. The other side of Haiti.
yeah. So she has
Wow.
uh
That's a rich history, girl. That's a rich history. Go
and
study it.
In Spanish,
what?
Dominican Republic.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, they
Republic
speak
Dominicano.
Dominicano. The Republico Dominicano, yes. See, my father's Cuban Jamaican, so he was more Cuban, a lot of Cuban on that side. So I'm Cuban Jamaican, so I see. I don't worry, I'm with you. I'm with you there. I'm with you. Well, whatever you do, translate it to Spanish. You make more money too. Translate that book to Espanol.
That's
I'm telling you, that is because that would be a powerful, and French if you can, because now you got Google Translate. You can translate everything and turn it into what you have. They'll be so proud. Then I could send it to some of my Spanish speaking family to let them buy it also. So I'm proud of you. I hope you do an audio book of it, both of you. That's another thing.
we thought about that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we thought about an audio book.
Yes, an audio book would be very good for in your voices if you want. Unless you want to use AI, that's up to you. But your voice will suffice, I believe. You know?
Oh, by
Huh?
the
Go ahead.
Leos.
Say it again.
We're both Leos.
Yes, that's right. Both of y'all Leo. That's right. You 7/28. She's August the 2nd. Yes, that's right. Two different types of Leos, but they're good.
Yeah.
They powerhouse. They powerhouse. Which is so funny because your sister and his son was two Capricorns.
Capricorn and two Leos.
It does something that was so well. My sister and my two sisters, my little one, my little sister, my big sister. Thank y'all so much for coming on my show for the first time. And don't be a stranger. Anything y'all want to promote, whatever next business or whatever y'all doing, and tell Abocho he knows. He knows me. Anytime he's ready, he can get back up here and do what he wants to do and talk. Because he's a good brother, man. And so family, again, thank y'all so much for coming on my show, man. It was beautiful.
Thanks so much for the invitation.
Of course, that's easy. That's easy. And y'all go ahead. What y'all cooking today? Anybody cooking today?
Well, I'm doing the cooking.
Okay.
I'm not sure yet, but we in the kitchen. We in the kitchen. So, something's good gonna be cooking up here. And it has to have the main ingredient. If it's the main ingredient, it's not gonna be right.
It's not gonna be right.
What's the main ingredient now? Because you said you cook. So what's the main ingredient?
What's the main ingredients?
In any dish.
It's seasoning for me.
Jesus.
And love.
There you go.
Love. And see, love is the real main ingredient. Love is the main ingredient. You're absolutely right. Love. That's it. Love. My mother cooks with love. My father cooked with love. I've learned to watch him cook with love. And that's the truth. Love is the way. Thank y'all so much. And y'all be safe out there. Let me give y'all a well-deserved round of applause with my applause button at real quick. Where you at, applause button? Come on now. There you go. Thank you. Did a wonderful job. And anything y'all got coming up, especially with hot cocoa stuff, anything, let me know. All right. Please let me know. All right. Got me?
And blue light glasses,
That's
everyone.
what I got. That's what I got on.
Like blue light glasses.
Gotta have the blue light glasses.
Blue lights. Gotta protect yourself, protect your eyes.
Interesting. Since y'all both are Leos and I'm Aquarius, that is also connected to protecting our eyes. We need to always protect our eyes.
Really?
That is the truth. That's on blue light. I got like 4 blue light glasses. Believe me, I got different styles. So, but yes, that's why I put my eyes on before we got in here. So, thank you so much. Thank y'all very much. Y'all be safe out there and give yourselves a big hug for me. Yeah, there you go. Because the only thing I can do is hug myself. I can only hug myself. Group hug.
Group hug.
Group hug. All right, y'all take care. All right,
You
peace
too.
and love.
Bye.
All right, bye bye.
Bye.
All right, that's my family, man. That's family, man. That's family. When I say that's family, it's a beautiful thing, man. Again, make sure you support them. All the links are pinned to the top of the chat. The Amazon link. Get the book. Get the book. Go to their IG. It's a great mother and daughter team, man. And man, believe me, this is a journey to write, but it's a journey to be a parent. And I'm so proud of not only Delores, I'm proud of what Hot Cocoa have done and all her other siblings that have from the past and her mother and father and everybody that have done their great work to maintain that kind of healing spirit that they both have. Her and her sister have that, and her child has it now too. And Bocho has it. Everybody that, and y'all have seen a Bocho on TV back in the day. Y'all seen him on Wendy Williams. That brother has been doing his thing, believe me. And I can't wait to see what he manifests as he's getting older in this realm. So again, make sure you support the website, support everything that they're doing. They are great human beings. They got great work to do in this planet. And once again, tomorrow, I am not doing any interviews later on tonight, but I just confirmed Phil Valentine, Dr. Valentine, will be back on my channel in April, around April 22nd. I got some real major discussions to speak about with Phil, major developments that's going on in the world, and I'm going to probably make it privatized. I'm probably going to put it on my Patreon, or I might put it on Rumble, because I want Phil to be able to go in and go all out. I really do. Tomorrow, myself and Brother Umar will be interviewing each other at around 12:30 Eastern Standard Time. That's the only time he can do it. So that's March the 30th. And I want to say happy birthday to my dear friend today, Stacia Gregorio. Happy birthday, Stacia. She used to be a model for Moshood back in the day, one of my good friends. She's now married and children and doing all her things. So big up to Stacia Gregorio. But again, tomorrow we'll be interviewing each other tomorrow on those 2 channels on the bottom there. And of course, on the 31st, boom, we have Mr. G, today's consciousness in the conscious community. What happened and how can we change it and heal it, especially through his books and his graffiti tea and all of that, the tonic that he's offering also. And on April the 1st, I have this beautiful sister, Shaniqua Lino, using the gift of the archaic seer and spiritual healer. She will be with me live and direct on Wednesday, April the 1st. If you see her on Facebook doing her thing, she is magical when I say she does her stuff. All right. And on April the 5th, we have Professor Ron Howard, the legendary TV show host, from the legendary TV show On the Mat. He was the one that created that whole thing, On the Mat. And then, I want to make sure on April the 7th, on Tuesday, April the 7th, this won't be a Today's Consciousness, but this is a special broadcast for Carol Glasgow. Carol's greeting cards. She's not only a martial arts specialist, she trained the heck out of me back in the day. The arts of expressing your gift. And she is a martial arts sensei from Hapkido, Jiu-Jitsu, Kumite. She studied under Master Soke Littlejohn and various other people. So I can't wait to have her on and do her thing. And then on April the 8th, we have Selena. And I said the Duke of Tears, but I'm going to let Selena speak first. And then I will bring on Asir, the Duke of Tears, to close it out with what we need to do and what we need to talk about in this realm. And what else do I got coming up? Just want to remind everybody, please join my membership to get my books. Join my membership to hear my audio book. I mean, join my membership to get my audio book, but you can get all my books on Amazon right now at King Simon on Amazon, or you can go to my Linktree / King Simon the Numerovator. And do remember, please remember that we have the fundraiser for Nicholas. Coming out of retirement is Nairobi Sila. Mama Ella will be there speaking. KT the Arch Degree is flying in. Blue Pillar is flying in. Black Dot will come on down from the Bronx. Professor James Smalls is coming down from up near the Bronx, Mount Vernon, them areas there. And other guests will be passing through. Sound bowl activation, I think, is going to be done 3 times throughout the day. Each moment, every 3 hours, going to do that sound bowl activation with Kafunya. And Joshua Sarah, Mashari, and myself will be hosting a lot of surprise guest performance from hip hop. Might be some reggae, might be some, and DJ Hassan is going to be in the building, rocking it, rocking it, rocking it. So it's going to be a beautiful time on the 18th of April. Scan that QR code and you go straight to the link if you want, or you can just come on to the door. It's going to be $25 at the door all day, every day from 12 to 9 p.m. Vendors are welcome. I think we have a few more vendor spaces left, so please call that number, 718-858-4400, or call 347-496-1022. And do remember, if you're having problems with your mother, or daughters having problems with your mother, or mothers having problems with their daughter, and you want to go to a 12-week class with Dr. Kair, a very good PhD person that helps through metaphysics and spirituality and all that, check this course out. It's happening for 12 weeks, starting at 4:44 a.m. on April the 4th. Begins every Saturday, I believe is that, but make sure you go to the website to find out more. MyMotherMyMirror.com. That's MyMotherMyMirror.com. And or you can text the word mirror to 615-812-6342. That's 615-812-6342. And tell her that King Simon sent you if you text, all right? And those who want to book a session with me, please text me your full name, a date of birth if you're doing the 30-minute or 60-minute session, to 347-496-1022, or you could DM me and I'll send you the information also. But also, if you're doing the pre-recording session where you don't get to talk to me, just send me your first name and your birthday, and then you can handle the 10-minute or the 15-minute pre-recording. Well, I do my recordings usually on Sundays and Wednesdays, so make sure, but I'll do my live advisory sessions on Monday, Tuesday, Thursdays, and Fridays. So if you want to book any of those sessions, you can book it right now. I got a few slots open. I think I got 5 slots open. So if you do want to book a session, you could text me right now at 347-496-1022. I don't play with this numerology stuff. That's why it's called numerovation, motivating you with the numbers. If you want to advertise on my show and be in this commercial cluster where I'll talk you up and talk about your business and share it on all multiple streams like Facebook, Instagram, and other places, boom, I can't wait to see you. All right, let's make it happen. All right, $100 per month. We're going to have a good time. And big up to Denise Muhammad, doing great things in this world. And all you have to do is text the word change to 713-482-1624. Tell her King Simon sent you. Tell her King Simon sent you. And hey, she could help you out with credit repair, ID theft, legal protection, all types of stuff. If you read the flyer right here, the banner right here, she can help you. Text her now if you got to. She's always open 24 hours. She's like a Chinese restaurant. We'll stop playing. Big up to Radiohead Rich. Big up to Radiohead Rich. Make sure you email him for those radio cigars if you are into cigars, or smudging your house with some great vintage ancestral cigars. richinmerit@yahoo.com. All right. If you're into martial arts, we will be at this great Day with the Masters over there at Akbar Hall, 1174 Bedford Avenue, April the 4th from 1 to 5 p.m. I will be covering it on my YouTube channel, so you will get to see it live. Different segments, different clips, all of that, and I'll be playing music throughout the day and all that kind of stuff. So we're going to have a good time. And then for May, we will be at this these events is going to be May 1st and May 2nd, but I'll be at the May 2nd one doing my recording and videotaping and interviewing all the greats that's going to be passing through, all happening on the 13th annual gathering of the Circle of Sanukis, Professor Bill's birthday extravaganza. And then big up to my beautiful sister that's doing Raw Life first annual defense seminar, and that's happening in Long Beach, California. I'm trying to make it out there. Also, Expo Art Center, and I'm working on doing a few events. I might do 2 events out there away from the thing, probably that week of, and probably that Sunday. So keep in touch with me. I'll let y'all know that I'll be out there in Long Beach, California, having a good time with my friends out there, and we're gonna do what we got to do. Join my membership family. Join the membership, of course. Make sure you support my son, greenstudionyc.com. That's greenstudionyc.com if you want your audiobook or anything done. And also support Lloyd-Strayhorn.com. Everything my brother does, you support him. He's our elder. He's been doing this for a long time, longer than I have. So enough respect to him and what he does. And big up to Nicholas Brooklyn. Make sure you go to nicholasbrooklyn.com to support the GoFundMe, or you can go to Nicholas Cultural to visit them on 3rd Avenue, or come to the one on Brooklyn on Fulton Street if you want to support. All right. So on that note, family, I want to show y'all some love and respect. And let me show y'all something real quick. This is just a teaser. That's right. That's my autobiography, memoirs, or essays of my life. When the late bell rang, after the ring of the bell, a moment of destiny awaits. When time calls, choices must follow. And believe me, when I said I made some crazy choices in my life, oh yeah, I'm gonna do an audio book to that book. And I became a promoter, producer, had children, family, got married, all kinds of stuff, wild stuff. Some wild stuff, only I can talk about it. And no names will be mentioned, put it like that. No names will be mentioned. Celebrities, all kinds of foolishness, people that became celebrities, people that are not celebrities, all of it. So we're going to get it in this book right here, When the Late Bell Rang. Right there, PS 11 it started. Right there, PS 11, right on Waverly Avenue, where Notorious B.I.G. went to, and a few other great people that went there. Doggy Diamonds and a few other people went there. So we was there, So family, salute. That's 52. This is the 52 salute. 5-2. Salute. Remember what Dr. B says, I forgive myself, my family, and others for imperfection, and I'm grateful for my life and thankful for my life. And remember what Dr. Bliss used to say, please, universal creator, know in my heart that I love you. Please protect me and this planet on which I live now. Please open up my mind, my spirit, and my soul to receive only truth and your love now. Thank you. Thank you so much for being a part of the journey. Once again, if you care, like, subscribe, and share. Also, once again, thanks to this mother and daughter team that came on for their first time, Daisy and Delores Peters. Man, did God forget to color our feet? Very good book. I have it. I'm about that life. I put my money where my mouth is, especially when it comes to children doing their thing. And support my mom's movement, of course, the Metaphysical Underground, Metaphysical Urban Music Social. Make sure you join it on Instagram at mums.code events. That's coming soon. I'm looking for some really extraordinary venues. I'm not looking for any little rinky-dink stuff no more. I got to make sure I take it up so people will want to enjoy it and support the vendors that's going to be there also. All right. Have a great day, afternoon, or evening. Remember, I love you because I love me. Big up to the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, of course. Big up to all of you that supports the numerovational movement, and keep your business rocking and popping. All right. Take care. One love, one aim, one destiny. Peace.